Hey, hockey fans and Ducks fans. Today is Monday, October 17th. There were no games yesterday. Not a single game. Not even one. What the heck, NHL? Robbing us of our hockey on the weekend. I don't know. There's a crime right there, I think. But anyways, hey, today we're going to talk a little bit about a bunch of stuff, really. NHL news, games today, because there's a whole bunch on tap, 9 in fact. And we're going to talk about my Anaheim Ducks as always, so wait around to the end for that one. Okay, guys, so here we go. Again, it's Monday, October 17th. I can't believe we're already past the halfway point of October. My God, I mean, it's fall here where I'm at. Obviously, everywhere it's fall, but temperatures are getting colder. We're getting into the low 40s at night. In about a week, I saw on the weather report it's going to be rain and possible snow. Temperatures dipping down below freezing finally. So it's finally getting to that time of year. I'm going to have to shut the water off and everything else. But hockey season is definitely in full swing now. Full week of hockey starting today. We got 9 games on tap today. So, hey, I wanted to talk about just some general NHL news, okay? I always touch on any major things. I don't cover every single little thing because then the video would be epically long. I just touch on some of the major things that I think are noteworthy and that things I feel like you guys should know. So I want to talk about former Duck Sonny Milano, okay? Former first-round pick of the Columbus Blue Jackets back in, I think it was 2014. Listen, Sonny Milano, I was really surprised. He had a professional tryout with Calgary this year. The Ducks didn't want to re-up him, and nobody grabbed him. Nobody offered him anything. He signed a PTO with Calgary, and they released him. And so it was like, where's Sonny Milano going to play? Is this it? Or, what's going to happen to Sonny Milano? Well, turns out the Washington Capitals have signed him. So he is now a Capital. They signed him to just a one-year deal for $750,000. And from what I understand, they're going to immediately throw him on waivers, and they're hoping he'll clear waivers and end up going down. He'll end up playing in the AHL for Hershey, their affiliate. So kind of weird. Here's a former first rounder. Now, I've talked about this before. Just because you're taken in the first round, just because you're a highly touted player, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to produce and be successful in the NHL. It just doesn't. Some players just flop and they can't maintain and sustain a NHL caliber type of play so that you can sign long-term contracts with teams and that kind of thing. So, listen, Sonny Milano, he's a young guy. He's only, he is 26 years old. So he's a young guy. I've talked about it before. I was really surprised that he didn't get at least a one-year offer from the Ducks to stay. And I say that not because he's an amazing player, but he and Trevor Zegras had really good chemistry. I mean, Sonny Milano had probably the best season of his career last year playing with the Ducks and playing alongside Trevor Zegras. So I think Trevor Zegras makes anybody better because he's Z, but Sonny Milano benefited from that, and he did pretty well. So it was kind of interesting to see how these things have unfolded for him. I kind of feel bad. He's a New York native, and now he's in Washington, but he's going to be playing for Hershey, and he'll be there for the Caps if they need him. And hopefully Sonny Milano will. I don't know. I'm hoping that he finds himself a home and gets a something going with a team, kind of long term. I mean, I really hope he does. But long story short, that's the Sonny Milano news. At least he's got a contract. Toronto news. A couple things with Toronto. The Maple Leafs here. Matt Murray is injured. Okay, Matt Murray's going to miss about a month, is what they're saying, and he has been placed on long-term injured reserve. So, for Toronto, is this going to be something that's going to cause some issues for them? I hope not. I know Toronto fans in Toronto hopes not, but Matt Murray is out now. Once he gets back, hopefully he'll do well. I mean, Matt Murray is a kind of a big question mark. We know he has it in him. He's showed it in the past. He's just got to show it with Toronto. And I really feel like the goaltending in Toronto is that X factor for them this year. We know they can score. They've got good defense. It's just about stopping the puck, and goaltending is it for them. If they can get good goaltending, Toronto has a chance at going to the Cup. That's it right there, in my opinion. So anyways, the other thing is they've called up some interesting names. Wayne Simmons, he's a big name in hockey. He's getting older, but they had sent him down. They're pulling him up, calling him up from from Hershey. Not Hershey, sorry, that was the Washington, the Marlies in the AHL. But they're pulling him up, and then they're going to pull up that Nicholas Robertson young kid that they had that showed some promise in training camp in the preseason and that kind of thing. I liked what I saw from him, but they're pulling him up. And then also a defenseman, Victor Mete. I hope I said that right. But anyways, they're bringing up 3 players, the notable ones being Simmons and Robertson. And that's about it there. Look, I wanted to touch on the fact that it's still early. Okay, it's still early. But there's some interesting stuff going on in the NHL as far as teams that are performing better than expected and teams that aren't performing so well. So, yeah, really quick on that. In the West, okay, Vegas. The Vegas is out to a 3-0 start, everybody. Okay, they're off to a great start. A little bit of a surprise to me. I didn't expect them to tank, but I didn't expect them to come out, boom, 3-0. So they're doing really well. Calgary is 2-0. Kind of expected that. Dallas is 2-0. Didn't expect that. Dallas is 2-0. They beat Nashville twice. They had to play them twice already. Beat them twice. Some interesting surprises, not so much for me on the San Jose side. San Jose is 0-4. Now, I expected them to be not so great this year, but 0-4? Jeez. Minnesota. There's a team I have going possibly Western Conference, up there. They're 0-2. It's early, people, I know. But they're 0-2 to start. They've allowed a lot of goals. Their defense right now doesn't even exist, really. And Marc-Andre Fleury doesn't look like Marc-Andre Fleury. He's struggling a little bit, and that might be what's in front of him as well, the defense. But either way, things have got to get better for Minnesota, or I guarantee you Bill Guerin's going to make some changes real quick here. Marc-Andre Fleury's got to be Marc-Andre Fleury of old. But Minnesota's off to an 0-2 start. Vancouver, another team that I was surprised. They've gotten the lead in both games they've played and blew it. Each time. Blew like 2 and 3 goal leads. Now, again, it's early. Season's just kind of getting going. So, but they're 0-2, so they're not off to a great start either. On the East, okay? In the East, we've got all 2-0. All these teams I'm going to mention are 2-0. 2 wins, no losses. Boston, kind of not unusual. Detroit, they're 2-0. They look good. Florida, they're 2-0. Kind of expected that. Pittsburgh's 2-0. The Philadelphia Flyers, people. John Tortorella has got the Philadelphia Flyers off to a good start. They are 2-0. One to keep an eye on, right? And then the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm from Southern Utah, or I live in Southern Utah. Hurricanes is said Hurricanes, so I apologize. But the Carolina Hurricanes are 2-0 as well, so kind of expected that. Some surprises in the East are Ottawa. Ottawa's 0-2. What's going on there? With the additions they added, that's not where I expected to see them be right off the get-go, is 0-2. Another one that's kind of weird is Tampa. Tampa Bay is 1-2. So they're not off to a great start either. But again, it's super early. We've only played a handful of games, 2 or 3. Some teams only 1. I think the Blues only had 1 game. Things are going to change. It's early, okay? So you can't start freaking out yet, right? So anyway, those are some interesting starts to the season. Hey, let's jump into some Anaheim Ducks news. Hey, I'm donning a little bit of the old original Ducks when they changed the logo. Okay, Timu Solani representing Finnish Flash today, everybody. So Anaheim Ducks. They take on the New York Rangers today, and there's actually a ton of games today. I'm not going to go into them really. There's 9 altogether. Go in there and check it out. There's a lot of games to be played, today, and a lot of hockey to watch. So, like I've told you, grab a beer, grab some chips, grab some pretzels, Grab your girl or grab your buddy. Go watch some hockey. Best sport in the world. Ducks news. Okay, they're taking on the New York Rangers. The New York Rangers are 2-1. They're off to a really good start. Zibanejad's off to an amazing start. The guy's got 4 points in those 3 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. And Artemi Panarin looks really good so far this year. Again, it's only 3 games, but he's already got 6 points, a goal and 5 assists. So the New York Rangers are one of those teams where I feel they're going to end up at the top of the East for sure. Probably they're either going to go to the Cup or they're going to go to the Eastern Conference Final. The road to the Stanley Cup is going to go through New York or Carolina, in my opinion. But so the start doesn't surprise me. Ducks are in New York today. They were in New York the other day when they got their ass beat by the Islanders, 7-1. That was embarrassing, people. I'll talk about that in a second. But New York Rangers, they can't have the same performance that the Ducks that they did when they played the Islanders the other night. We got to come out strong. This is not going to get any easier. No team in the NHL is just, you walk right over them. I mean, even the Arizona Coyotes, even though I don't like them and I know they're going to finish horribly this year, they put up 3 goals here. They put up, they're putting the puck in the net. They just can't keep it out of their net, right? So any team can win in the NHL. And for the Anaheim Ducks, they cannot fall behind the 8 ball this early in the season and start losing games and getting blown out and lose their confidence. One of the reasons last year they did so well is they came out of the gate playing well, playing strong, winning games. They built their confidence. And if you remember, Ducks fans remember, the team was having fun. They were talking about it. Hey, we're having fun. This is fun. That's what you want. You want them to all have fun and enjoy playing the game because they're winning and they're having success. Things are going in the right direction. I'd hate to see them start to fall apart so soon. This is a big road trip, 5 games. You got to come out at least 500 when you go on the road, in my opinion. You got to be dominant at home, and you got to at least be a 500 team on the road, at least if you want to get to the playoffs. So anyways, long story short, it's the New York Rangers tonight, Madison Square Garden. So Ducks got to have a good game. Troy Terry is off to an amazing start for the Ducks, which is what all Ducks fans wanted to see, and he is doing exactly what he did last year. In fact, I think he's on pace. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he's well past 37 goals like last year. He's going to get into the 40s. You watch. Anyways, he's already got 3 goals and an assist this year, just in those 2 games. Ryan Strome's off to a great start. He's got a goal and 2 assists. So it's good to see Ryan Strome already producing and impacting the team's success so far. Frank Vetrano's another one that's he's got a goal already and he looks good. He's got a great shot. And there were moments in that Islanders game, that blowout, where in the third they started to look okay. They started to come on. Now it was already too late. They were already down like 6. It was 5-1 and 5-1 at one point, and then it was just ugly. But they did show some promise in the third where they started to play their game and they started to generate some more offense. Here's the thing that I take out of the 2 games I've seen with the Ducks, including the one at home against the Kraken. They won that game in overtime. But everybody remembers, if they remember that game specifically, they were down 3-1 at one point. Seattle had control of that game for the most part. It was all Seattle up until the third period, the end of the second and the third. And then the Ducks took over. That game and the Islander game, both teams outshot the Ducks big time. They controlled the play. They were down in our zone the majority of the time, shooting the puck. And I've said this a million times over the last few seasons, watching Duck games. They just don't shoot the puck. And when they do, it gets blocked. It's like, come on, guys. Shoot the puck. You can't score unless you shoot the puck. Got to shoot to score. I yell it at the TV. You got to shoot to score. I mean, shoot, I'll watch them on the bloody power play. And they'll pass it around. They're trying to get that perfect, shot and whatever, get the defense moving and the goaltender moving so they can find, those open part of the nets. But a lot of goals in the NHL aren't just these perfect snipes from a cross-ice pass and then boom, there you go, slap shot, it's in. Yes, we have the players that can do that, but The better thing to do is shoot the dang puck. It will find its way in there, or it'll be a rebound. You pick up the garbage and you throw it in the back of the net. The Ducks need to start shooting the puck, and they need to be more hungry. They're getting outworked along the boards. They're losing the battles for the puck. We can't keep doing that. They need to start playing hockey and grinding it out and winning those puck battles, and then creating chances for themselves on the forecheck. Obviously, you can get turnovers, all these things, and then they just plain and simple need to start shooting the puck more. They're just not shooting the puck enough, and they're getting outshot like crazy. If you're going to get outshot like they've been, you're going to lose. Plain and simple. You cannot expect your goalie, in this case John Gibson, to stand on his head every single night and keep you in the game. He's done it so many years and for so long, and this is part of the reason John Gibson's like, hey, I'm getting tired of this. I want to play on a contender. I want to play on a winning team and, potentially try to win the cup. The Ducks, they rely on him too much. He's a great goaltender, one of the best in the NHL, okay? But he can't do it all. And nobody can knock John Gibson right now. He didn't get pulled so much as he didn't play the third period in the last game against the Islanders. Stolar started the third, just because at that point it was already so much, the Islanders just peppered him. So, John Gibson will be back in net tonight, guaranteed. Okay, he's going to have a good game, but it's going to come down to the Ducks players in front of him, the defense, keeping those shots, not only blocking them, but limiting the other team's shots, and then getting their butts down to the other end and shooting the puck. They need to start shooting the puck more. So, man, I can go all day. It drives me nuts when I watch those games and I see how little they're shooting the puck and then how much they're letting the other team shoot the puck. It's just like, you guys, what are you doing out there? Frustrating. But, Gibson needs more help. He's a great goaltender, but he can't do it on his own, people. They need more offensive zone time. I watched the Islander game and I saw the Islanders, most of the game was spent in the Duck zone and they're running around while the Islanders shoot the puck like crazy. And of course they're going to get 7 goals because they spent their whole bloody game down there. So anyways, got to shoot the score, guys. So, all right, Ducks fans, go watch the game today. It's an early game because it's back east. So it's, I believe it's going to be 4 o'clock Pacific time for all you Ducks fans in Southern California. So get off early and go watch the game. Hey, listen, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below. I've had some comments recently. It's been really nice, and I've responded right away as soon as I know that they are there. So I really like it when people go in there and comment. It's awesome. Do it, please. And then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I need you guys to do that. That is huge, okay? Huge. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. See you next time.